know it's weird, like, the biggest revelation throughout this entire pandemic that we've been going through is that 5 dudes from Utah tried to assassinate Michael Jordan through poisoning his pizza. Like, the most prominent thing I've learned throughout this whole quarantine is that Michael Jordan was truly unbeatable. Like, I know there's corrupt politicians and all that stuff. We know that. But, like, imagine if Michael Jordan was playing today and the NBA season was still happening now and he got coronavirus and then we have a shoe called the Coronas. What day is it? Alright, communication. You know what I'm saying now? Communication is just one of those things that people just can't get right no matter what age you are. Like, you can be 18 or 72. Communication will always be one of those things that people just really can't agree on, or be like the main foundation that will break a whole relationship. It's just funny because, like, when you think about communication, you learn about it when you're a freaking infant and everything. Like, if you're hungry, you cry. If you're tired, you cry, When I watch Rugrats, you cry. Like, all those things just let you know, hey, this is probably what's wrong with me. And when you get older, you realize, you have to change your approach to communication, depending on a person or the event or just the mood of the room. Everybody says, read the room. But for some reason, I don't know if it's because of cell phones or what, but people just can't get it right all the time with talking to each other. And a lot of times, it's not even about reading a room and everything. Just know how to present yourself. It's literally just how you talk to people and how you let people know what you got going on in your life. You don't make plans with friends for a trip and say y'all got to put all the money into an Air BnB by a certain date so you can reserve the room. And then everybody agrees on that date where you have to have your money. And then when you ask for the money to get collected, about 5 out of 10 people came and show up to put the money in. So now you just ass out. I'm trying not to curse in these. But basically you SOL because now you can't reserve the room and everything. Now you got to cancel the trip because communication wasn't there. If it's a group effort and you can't put your effort into the group because you're broke and can't afford it right now, then it is your duty to express to the group that you can't do it so they can plan accordingly. Communication and money go hand in hand because if you're trying to make money or spend some money, you do not want to waste this money. So it needs to be sure that all hands are on deck so you can get your best investment. That's one of the main issues in that show, Power. Like, it wasn't Ghost, it wasn't Tommy. Communication was the enemy in that entire series. I mean, yeah, like, communication is entertaining, on screen and everything, because shenanigans, that's how you get movies like Rush Hour. But when you're in real life, this ain't an hour and a half movie, man. Like, these can have some detrimental long-term effects. Life is long, and it's especially essential in friendships and relationships, because I know everybody has a relationship or friendship out there that fell through just because the communication was off, and you were just hearing all these outside sources that really just deteriorated a good whole standing relationship. And I don't know if whole standing is a word, but I'm not re-recording this, so you know what I mean. I mean, it can be detrimental to the end. It can definitely F up the beginning, because if you're not clear with your communication skills, then your intentions become blurred. I remember one time I was talking to this girl and she told me, Colin, let me give you my number. And I was like, all right, bet, cool. And then she said, you know what? No, I'm gonna give you my number tomorrow. Like, how the hell am I supposed to move off that information? Like, do you have to make the phone and then do you not have a phone yet? Like, what? Why do I have to wait 24 hours to get the number? Like, do I have to go through a waiting process? Is it like my unemployment? Does this gotta get processed? What's going on here? And then you left with no choice but to roll with it. Like, I did get the number the next day, but I am still scared to this day, wondering why this girl had to wait a whole day to give a number out. But anyway, I really just been winging this one. So, moral of the story is, be an adult and express what's on your mind to people so life is easier. And if you're a girl, you have another excuse in your arsenal not to give a dude your number. I mean, I got the number, but if you just didn't want to give somebody the number, there you go. Now that I think about it, she was engaged, but kind of sound like a personal problem to me, but I digress.
Killed a detective today. Where is he?
Who got killed, man?
Connor!
Who died, Lee?
You!
Detective you?
Not you, you!
Who?
You!
Who?
Do you understand the words that are coming out from my mouth?
Don't nobody understand the words that are coming out of your mouth, man.